Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This is your old buddy George Jones over here in the Bergen Gun Range for our next foray into the Cattywampus Zone. If you ever watch the YouTube channel, It's a Southern Thing, that probably describes my channel better than anything else. The Cattywampus Zone. About a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I did a video on old ammunition. This stuff, this stuff, 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 22 long rifle ammunition. And the thing was to find out whether or not it would still function reliably in an automatic. And it pretty much all did. So today what we're after is it still accurate? Is 50, 60, 70-year-old 22 long rifle ammunition still consistent enough to be accurate? So what I've done is I've gone down there and I put up 5 targets. Actually, I put up 6 because we have a new Winchester ammunition that we want to try out, which is Winchester Super Suppressed. I think this is it says on it, target and suppressor, 45 grain, 22 long rifle subsonic, this stuff. Which I'm a big fan of subsonic ammunition in a 22 long rifle for squirrel hunting. Okay, it works real good. It's not loud in the woods, and I don't know if this is a hollow point or not, but I use the Remington hollow point subsonic almost exclusively for squirrel. So I made me up a little chart so I can keep track of which cartridge goes on which target. Okay, we'll put that right there like that. And we don't need no ear mufflers with a 22 long rifle, single shot rifle, so let's just get started. I'm using the test bed we're using is the little CZ ZKM 468 single shot 22 rifle, and I put my little 30 caliber carbine sling on it. Makes it a little bit easier to pack in the woods. Kind of handy to have a sling, even though the gun doesn't weigh anything. It's nice to have something where you can sling it up. And let's start with Canuck. Let's start with Canuck. CIL, Canadian Industries Limited Canuck. This is at least the 1950s, if not earlier. And we'll get 3 cartridges out of here. USOG, probably watch this video and tell me all about Canuck ammunition because he's a rifle collector and sportsman from up in Canada. Has a very nice site. Has a very nice channel. All right, here we go. Canuck. This rifle shoots a little bit to the left. I was shooting it yesterday, but we're looking for consistent shot placement as opposed to, bullseye accuracy. So let's give it a try. Canuck. This one smells funny. Smells kind of funny. Get 2 out there. There's another one out there. Almost right together. Like this little gun, single shot rifle, cocks on closing. It's pretty cool. All right, that's the Canuck test. Let's fold them up for the next one. Let's try some Remington that I believe is from the 1930s or late 1940s, one of the two. Remington didn't manufacture commercial ammunition for sporting purpose during the 5-year period of World War II. So, that was eaten up exclusively by the military. We try 3 of these on the 1930s Remington target. Let's see, yeah, okay. Alrighty, that's that. Let's do the 1950s high power ammunition. 1950s high power ammunition. That seems for some reason or another has that taped. That'll slow us down a little bit, but I think I can work it out here. Okay. This ammunition looks, it is marked Federal, and it is Federal ammunition. A very interesting little blue band around the mouth of the cartridge case. I don't know what that's about. Get up there where I can keep track of you. The wind ain't gonna blow you away. Yeah, there, now that takes care of that. All right, where we at? High power, right there. Okay. It's amazing that all this ammunition still shoots. Of course, you know, there's that guy. Got it tested. What's next? We have the Experts from the 1950s. Super X box from the 1950s. And we know it's from the 1950s. It has the old diamond logo on the bottom of it. One thing's for sure, I have to find this ammunition. There's no chance of me having any old ammunition because, man, I shoot 22s like nobody's business, and I can sit over here and shoot a single shot 22 rifle all day long. Bottom right. That's dead on at 12 o'clock right there. That was a twofer, hit a steel target behind it. Okay. Getting down here to the end of it. They're all three in the same hole. Okay. What's left? The Smith & Wesson ammunition. Now, Smith & Wesson was in the, I'm almost 100% certain that all Smith & Wesson brand marked ammunition is manufactured by Federal. Smith & Wesson is right in the middle on the left. That barrel back there. We got some barrels back here on the backstop that we use for shotgun tactical training when we're freelancing cert guys. shoot them with buckshot and birdshot just to reinforce reactive shooting drills. All right, that's all 5 of them. Let's go down and take a look and see how they actually shoot a tape. See what the accuracy looks like. Come on, Mr. Cameraman, follow me along here. It's the 28th of December. Beautiful weather, 65 degrees outside. Canuck. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. From the 1930s or 50s, one of the two. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. 1950s high power ammunition. 3 bullseyes. Right there, you can cover them with a nickel. Very consistent. 1950s Expert. 3 clover leaf right there. 1930s Remington manufacturer. A string at 12 o'clock that you can cover with a nickel. 1960s Federal ammunition, Mark Smith & Wesson. Shoots pretty good. The old cartridges seem to shoot pretty good. So, you know, you get an old box of 22s from Papa, or you find old box of 22s in somebody's estate, or you know, you're rooting around in the garage and you find a box of 22s you didn't know you had. That, you know, it's 20, 30, 50 years old. My rulings, take them out and shoot them. Because they seem to shoot pretty good. So, that's a pretty good test. And I didn't think some of it would shoot very accurately, especially the stuff that's made in the 30s and late 40s, you know, or the really old Canuck ammunition. This stuff cycled through my 1022 perfectly, you know, back some time ago when I did that test. So that's about the size of that. Old 50, 60, 70-year-old ammunition. In case of the Remington, 80-year-old ammunition. As long as it's well maintained, consistent temperature, and kept away from moisture, it stays good for a lifetime. Well, that's about the size of it for this installment on, well, we're in the cattywampus zone. Like, take, share, commentate, and subscribe. If you want to, leave me an old $1 in the Patreon bucket. If you don't want to, I'll keep right on making content for you anyway. And we'll see you when we see you. Bye, y'all. Have a great 2A day.